This naturalrefrigerants.com article is being read by an automated voice. The Middle East is ready to scale natural refrigerants, says Epta Middle East General Manager, by Michael Hines, published December 8, 2025. The Middle East has traditionally been a tough market to crack for natural refrigerant-based HVAC and R equipment due to the region's high ambient temperatures, shortage of trained technicians, and lack of regulations restricting the use of F-gases. Epta established itself in the region over a decade ago, and since then it has installed thousands of propane self-contained cabinets in grocery stores and helped show CO2 could work in supermarkets there. While the industry is still in its infancy, Andrea Cavallé, Epta's Middle East General Manager, told naturalrefrigerants.com that it's primed for growth. The Middle East is ready to scale natural refrigerants, but success depends on proving performance in high ambient conditions, investing in people, and aligning on pragmatic policies, Cavallé said. Epta is committed on all three fronts. In an attempt to accelerate this transition, Atmosphere, publisher of naturalrefrigerants.com, is hosting Atmo Middle East in Abu Dhabi, the United Arab Emirates, from September 7th to 8th, 2026. This is Atmosphere's first ever event in the Middle East, and Epta is the platinum sponsor. To set the stage for Atmo Middle East, Cavallé spoke to naturalrefrigerants.com about Epta's work in the region, the challenges natural refrigerants face, the strategies for overcoming them, and why it decided to take a leading role in the event. What is the current state of Epta's operations in the Middle East? Andrea Cavallé. Over the last decade, Epta has built a truly regional leadership presence in the Gulf and surrounding markets. The group operates from hubs in the United Arab Emirates, in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, in India, with a direct installation and service organization, and through certified partners across all of the other different countries, providing full turnkey projects together with leading retailers. In 2025, Epta further diversified activity beyond the GCC Gulf Cooperation Council into Lebanon, Iraq, and Egypt. In the last 5 years alone, Epta has delivered solutions to almost 500 stores across the Middle East, covering supermarkets and hypermarkets. Its natural refrigerant portfolio is represented by thousands of self-contained displays running on R290, and by the group's reference project, the Carrefour by MAF supermarket in Masdar Sustainable City in Abu Dhabi, running on CO2 since 2019. Continuing this trajectory, another major hypermarket in the UAE, currently undergoing renovation to adopt CO2 technology, is strategically set to open in Q2 2026. What is the current status of natural refrigerants in the Middle East, and how is Epta helping the region transition to naturals? AC, momentum is building, and we see growing interest among major retailers, especially in the UAE and Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is driven by energy efficiency targets and ESG roadmaps, as evidenced by initiatives such as the UAE Climate Law, UAE Vision 2040, and Saudi Vision 2030. This ongoing transition is supported by an ecosystem that is steadily maturing, encompassing technical specifications, service expertise, supply chain readiness, and the implementation of the Kigali Amendment. Epta's role is to quickly enable the transition and prove performance in high ambient conditions. In the Gulf climate, FTE, ETE, XTE, Epta, patented technology enhancements are essential, as they stabilize efficiency and capacity when gas cooler outlet temperatures soar. Epta also actively contributes to regional dialogue, e.g. the recent Eurovent Middle East Refrigerant Transition Position paper, and shares field evidence to inform pragmatic timelines and training needs. The company also invests in capability building, scaling technician upskilling programs, and formal partnerships. These broaden CO2, R290, and safety competencies in the region. What are the biggest challenges natural refrigerants face in the Middle East, and what are the strategies for overcoming them? AC. It's undoubtedly the high ambient conditions. If systems are not carefully engineered to handle these conditions, their efficiency and performance can be significantly affected. The group's answer is the FTE/ETE/XTE FTA architectures that secure performance at high gas cooler outlet temperatures. Epta also addresses the critical need for skills and safety readiness. To ensure competence is scaled safely and quickly, Epta has implemented structured training roadmaps and established partnerships with local vocational institutes. Epta acknowledges that the availability of components and perceived capex premia can slow down project decisions. To mitigate this, Epta localizes production where practical, expands its service network, and develops comprehensive TCO, total cost of ownership, and TEWI, total equivalent warming impact. Business cases that shift the focus from upfront cost to long-term performance, total cost of ownership, and environmental impact. Finally, Epta contributes to policy clarity by providing technical input to industry working groups, helping ensure that regulatory and transition pathways are aligned with Middle Eastern realities and support a smooth, sustainable adoption of natural refrigerants in the region. What is the training landscape like for HVAC and R technicians in the Middle East? AC, it's evolving and moving from a fragmented approach toward a more structured and consistent framework. While CO2 competence remains variable, initiatives are accelerating. Epta is developing targeted programs, partnering with institutes to build local capability on installation, commissioning, safety and service for CO2 and hydrocarbons. The group is investing in dedicated workshops and training centers as part of its strategy to raise after-sales competencies and to ensure reliable lifecycle support for natural refrigerant systems. These efforts help create a larger pool of certified technicians, a key factor in enabling the responsible scaling of natural refrigerants. Epta is the platinum sponsor of Atmo Middle East. Why did the company decide to play such a large role in this event? AC. Epta took on a leading role at Atmo Middle East because the event convenes decision-makers who can accelerate a safe, evidence-based transition to naturals in the Middle East. This commitment embodies Epta's purpose, preserving our planet with conscious innovation together. Epta aims to promote solutions that minimize environmental impact, ensure food quality, and foster partnerships across industry, research, and retail to advance responsible, forward-looking refrigeration. Internally, Epta framed Atmo as an opportunity to engage and influence local policymakers on green solutions while showcasing our latest high ambient CO2 innovations and field results. Ultimately, the group also wants to introduce Epta's integrated proposition to a Middle East audience, complete systems plus end-to-end services, reflecting how the company presents itself globally.